I feel like we can always count on Harris Heller to provide pretty chill tracks. That first song was actually pretty worth it as well. Make sure my mic is in a good spot here. Hold on. I'm noticing my lighting is occasionally a little bright, so I'm trying to find ways to soften it, make it look a little bit nice. There we go. Maybe a little bit like that. There we go. What a coincidence that the first item on your list was to put your arm back and let people know about Twitch Prime. Good job. Yeah, he's good about that. He's good about that. Yeah. Oh, hold on. I just noticed that Stolen Shine is super loud right now. Give us a sec, buddies. We gotta drop you down a little bit there. We get a little bit too much. And I think we gotta slide you over a little bit. Maybe this goes down. So many things to change. So many things that get moved around throughout the day before they come back. How are you tonight, Tuckty? Welcome in, welcome in. Definitely put Wedge to work. He's lazy lately. Although lacks a sub, so we'll have to wait for Murder to be around, I think. It's pretty good that way. Tonight, we play a rando game called The Uncertain. I'm pretty sure it's called The Uncertain. I've looked it up a few times. And I've done volume check, but there was a section that was super friggin' loud. So I've made sure that there's only 3 sliders. There's voice, music, and sound effects. And so I turned sound effects way down. So regular things like footsteps and crap are going to be quiet. But when things chat at me, it'll be a good volume. And when there's music, it'll be a good volume. But my dude picked up a tool at one point, and the thing was stupid loud. And I went, yeah, this is why you playtest games for like 10 minutes before you put them on stream. Just waiting on Wedge to do his chores. What sort of things is... So he's got a couple of things that he does. But usually it takes a fair amount of chatting, and I seriously don't know if it's one person or a variety of people required before Wedge is allowed to have at and start telling people about Discord and my YouTube channel, crap like that. Welcome, JJ. Dude, 12 months in a row. Happy year of excellent ad-free viewing. The best emotes on Twitch. Nako and I fight over that all the time. Dude, welcome in, welcome in. How's it going, JJ? How's it going? What have you been playing lately? Thought I saw maybe Discord was ratting you out for something? Dude. Welcome in, man. Welcome in. So let's get some games started, and we'll see. So. Beat mine, that's for sure. Yeah, well. Get your gear. Nah, that's alright, man. Dude, welcome in, man. I've got like a unhealthy obsession with perfecting the arts and crafts of my channel. It's kind of one of my, in my head, there are like pegs, and once you get some of those pegs in, then it's easy to wiggle them to wherever you need them to go. But like, I got my emotes in, bam. I got my badges in, bam. So like now I can start to change little things as I go, and that makes me feel all kinds of, awesome inside. Let's see if this is already loading on this side. Nope, still just Lucio. I thought this captured. Oh, there we go. And this is game music, by the way. We just killed Pretzel. So, as often, welcome to Rando Hump Day. Rando Hump Day is awesome, but we also play games that, hold on. Do we want to go the taller cam? Or do we want to go the lower cam? Or do we want both of them up there? Because it's weird. I think we'll try taller cam just for now. Let me know about volume, and we'll go all like, hey, what's up? But I'll show it off if we go under settings. Sound. Yeah, sound effects had to be really low because I picked up a tool of some sort, and it was... Oh, it was a radio. Yes. When I went to tune the radio, the static was wicked over the top. Also, there's thunder. Not as bad as Project Zomboid, but there's thunder. So you'll have to let me know. And I've lowered it in system volume as well. These games, man, that are just over the top loud. So the setting of our game, I feel like I'll probably be describing that once in a while to folk today. Humanity is gone. I play a robot that has lives in this hut, and I perform electronics duties. All of that is explained, but this is a post-apocalyptic wonderland. I have no idea how far in the future it is. So we're gonna go new game because I wouldn't mind starting all the way from fresh. All save data will be lost. Yeah, that's good stuff. So there we go. We'll get in and probably maybe kill the cam once in a while. So like in the middle of the 22nd century, humanity became extinct as a result of deadly wars. However, the robots, created by humans, turned out to be very self-sufficient on their own. Artificial intelligence continued to evolve, which allowed robots to build their own society from the ruins of past civilization. Each robot found a field of work that best suited their abilities. Slowly but steadily, they created a new civilization on Earth. They rightfully avoided past human mistakes, but there was one problem. The more progress they made, the more they looked and acted like humans. It's a pretty cool idea. Come on, games, protect us. Comment? It's also a really, really pretty title.
I am a robot, model RT-217NP, primary mission unknown. I am not designed for physical exercise. I am certainly not capable of construction activity, but I am very skillful with electronics. I have set myself a task. I search the remains for electronic devices and make use of them to design different mechanisms that are useful and efficient. Humans, we replaced them. It took them ages to achieve what we have done in just a few years.
It is voice acted, so...
The perfect society. Robots will not repeat the destructive human mistakes of the past.
They already have hubris.
We are rational and logical. We cannot fight in wars, and we cannot get ill.
They already have hubris.
Humans, we interrupted the self-destructive cycle of these intelligent but highly aggressive former inhabitants of the Earth. But it is going to take decades
Indeed,
to
JJ.
reconstruct the world that they destroyed. Then, our robot race will flourish under the guidance of our creator, the USS Corporation.
Our creator, the USS Corporation.
Our world is not perfect yet. We are short on many resources, and we can count only on ourselves, but this is temporary. Most robots need to be repaired very often, but not me. I am very efficient at taking care of myself.
Look at that house. Alright, let's see what we got here. So this should be pretty solid. There we go. And so we get some pretty okay visuals out of all of this. And the music is fantastic as well.
I only brought one battery this time, though it might be compatible with the radio. I need to find a second battery. It was with my tools.
I think the voices could be a titch louder if we could do that. I want speech to be a little louder because it's way more important than the music anyway. There we go. So it's a very sombrous title. You can literally just, you walk around room to room. Very Resident Evil, it reminds me of. For the way that the WASD controls where you go based on where you're looking. And the
Now
voice
I have
acting is
2
great.
batteries. I can try to turn the radio receiver on.
So like,
I tried to extract sounds from it, but after 10 minutes, I tore the second string.
it's really cute. I like the idea of being able to point and click at various things.
This room is very strange. I never enter it.
It's kind of hoping for the clock, but get what you can.
This compartment contains textiles. Humans covered their bodies with it. The purpose of this is unknown to me.
And sometimes you can just look at stuff. No comment. It's really neat. It's really well done that way.
I found this radio receiver a few days ago, but there were no batteries. I have no use for it. I wonder if there are any radios left broadcasting in the world.
So now this is where I'm hoping that the sound effects of the game are a little quieter. We'll see. Prepared to drop desktop audio if we need to. Very nice visuals though.
I'm going to turn it on.
Like all of the there's no clipping of anything. Everything is the animations are just really tight. Alright, here we go. Yeah, that was unbearably loud before. So we'll see where it goes. I blew my headphones off the first time I was doing this.
And this heroic feat will remain in our hearts forever. Don't let the fallen give their lives in vain. Join the army, protect your homeland, save your freedom, traditions, and...
A small group of people controlled the masses using such words. I do not understand how a simple human speech could have urged people to participate in war. It would
Getting
be
curious.
more logical to reach a compromise by means of negotiations.
Man, if we go over this way, you'd see a couple of the cool things on the bench.
I took this device from a plant that was guarded, and I went unnoticed. There were no security systems, despite 2 police robots.
Check it out. I truly appreciate you playing the sound before stream so there weren't sudden loud noises. That's my esteemed hope. There's actually a method I forgot about until like an hour ago that I can actually put something called a compressor on. It's on my mic so that if right now I was to shout for some reason, it wouldn't be too loud to you guys. It can't go above more than like, hold on a sec. It can't go above more than like six decibels, something like that. But I could put that on the game sounds as well. And I really should do that. I won't do anything for my own headphones, but it would make sure that it caps it and it literally cuts off the top of anything loud. So I'll get that going and testing it because we play enough random games these days that I can't control all of that. Actually, I've got a phone call, so let's go get that. Oh, hold on, this way. That's her.
This is the construction robot who ordered the plasma cutter. I will answer. Hello?
Our
RT, this is TX-27. It was difficult to find your contact information. You were supposed to have finished the plasma cutter 2 days ago.
It's getting miffed
Why
on.
have we not received it yet?
I am sorry, but it took more time than I had estimated to find all the required components.
This information is irrelevant. The date of exchange has been fixed. You should have brought me the cutter and receive an enhanced battery in return.
This is my fault. I will finish the cutter as efficiently as possible.
I like
Your
being nice in
excuses are
situations.
irrelevant. We cannot proceed with our work without this cutter. We need it for building metal structures.
Metal
While
structures.
you free robots waste your energy on useless and ineffective actions, we are engaged in construction and restoration of the city.
What a
which will
joy
strengthen
this
our society.
TX is.
We
Jeez.
can wait one more day. If you don't deliver the order in time, we will contact another specialist, and your professional rating will be severely decreased.
I will contact you to settle the time and place as soon as I complete the job.
Good. Thank you. We will be waiting.
It's sort of pleasant at the
I
end.
cannot fail in my task. Structure robots do very important work. I need to finish the cutter as quickly as possible.
Yeah, dude. Come on. So yeah, I also appreciate, because I know that Switch is a really good way for people to relax, to enjoy sometimes games without playing them, things like that, or not even games, just personalities. So being able to curb loud noises. It was actually in a guide I was reading on how to enhance audio quality on your mic. That was put in there as an idea, because you can't always control. Like, for example, most of the year I have my patio door closed. I'm almost close enough to touch that right now. But I'm also 2 blocks away from an ambulance station. So when the patio door's closed, you guys don't hear anything. But when that patio door's open even a crack, it's like they're in my living room. So that's the kind of thing that would come through and be very shrill. The balcony is like a great big alcove. So that sound would literally just pour straight in here. And right into this microphone too. So there's a lot of times that I want to make sure that I'm being at least a little bit guarded. It looks like they've got a regular everyday graphics card here on the desk. I can't look any closer at it. I can look at the plasma cutter.
I need to calibrate the cutter using my data coder.
Also, this data coder was a really sweet mini game, and I don't know how many are going to be like this, but it kind of reminded me of like Fallout style of hacking. All I have to do is try to match any 2 shapes, and then they all change, but they maintain their matches. And then you've got this as your timer. And of course, there's tons of matches, but they're all in different places. And my brain goes to mush looking at it for too long, so I look for the simple ones. But I found that this wasn't too bad of one. If you get it wrong, it just cuts about a quarter of your time off. Your patio is a funeral for sound. It's pretty abysmal. It's pretty terrible. It's one of the nice things about the building style that I'm in, is that we have really big balconies, and it's nice. I don't really go on my balcony all that often, so it's not bad. It's good stuff. There we go. So halfway through, that gets to be an easier game, but my eyes go a little bit. There we go. All kinds of calibrated.
Good. The cutter is now complete.
Sweet.
Tomorrow morning, I need to go to the city and deliver it. I do not need the battery that they offer in payment, but it would be irrational to refuse. My
Okay.
battery charge is 12%. The most effective action I can take is to get fully charged on the dock station before the morning.
No, let's run around. Spare battery though, come on. Spare battery sounds pretty cool. I seriously want to go in here.
This room is very strange. I never enter it.
Seems very limited. Like super limited.
A damaged data disk that I found yesterday morning. Perhaps I can restore some information from it.
That looks all kinds of broken. I'm just saying, I don't think you can just turn it off and back on again.
This module contains spare parts and items I might use. I connected the power line directly to the house, but it is not sufficient to provide energy to all of my equipment. I use an electric switchboard to distribute energy to the necessary systems.
This is a pretty well-made AI, I suppose.
I do not need it now.
Well, alright then. I'll just stop doing stuff.
The copper leaf fall swirls around. September cries with tears of rain, and wind flies low above the ground with roaring sounds of joy and pain.
Wow. That's from looking out the window? Dude.
This object allows me to keep a sitting position without consuming the servo motor's resource. It increases my lifespan.
Sitting is dope.
Sometimes human art is so illogical. Why produce images that are not purely photorealistic?
Indeed.
This analog device allows you to extract sound from the installed audio data carrier. Why did humans use such an inconvenient device when one can just do this?
I mean, seriously. Here we go.
The dock station is not powered at the moment. I need to transfer power to it.
Oh, I was at the electric switchboard. Now I can do it? Let's run there. Okay, now I need it. Get rid of excess power at both sources. Excess power is displayed in yellow. Okay. So... Oh, wow. Oh, Shibas. Nope, can't do that one. We need to remove... a bunch here. Those are really loud, aren't they? No. These sorts of games kind of take me a little bit. So we've got 50 on this side, and we've got a lot on this side. I'm not great with the quick math, so you'll have to get used to that. So that brought that all the way down. No, okay. There. Does that look like we're good? We're past our source A? I have no excess power. I have white power. I don't have green power excess or yellow power in excess. Oh, whoa. That was a no. So how about 40 and 50? Yeah, there we go.
Now the dock station is ready to use.
That one I don't entirely understand. I'll have to, maybe they'll get me doing it a bunch more. Games that are filled with mini games have a tendency to they take me a bit to figure out. You'll get used to it. Quick charge. It's battery up, people. Probably freaks out the robots that we had to consume animals and plants in order to recharge instead of just plugging in. Like what? Get some cinematic on. Oh boy. Jolted. Whoa, right outside the house.
What happened?
Good sir, welcome in, Sage. This just crashed into my yard. We're gonna go maybe find out what's up. Mousing over none of it. This is already big. I was all set for life of a mundane robot.
I need to get inside, but I cannot open the gate here.
I bet you I need my cutter.
I cannot open the shuttle gate with my hands.
And I don't. I brought my cutter. Good stuff. That's not too bad. Well, that's not too bad. In we go. Wow. You don't look well.
This robot is badly damaged due
Yes,
to an
indeed.
accident. It is possible that it piloted this shuttle. I need more information about what occurred here.
So yeah, my AI person is interesting. They're a little bit more advanced and ahead of the curve.
My touch will not make this robot functional.
Alright. See anything else down and around here? Oh.
According to the indicator, there is still some charge in the accumulator.
I have bad touch. We don't want them yelling, ouch, ouch. Oh, I can even see. Okay, over here, you guys can't see it. But there. Shows that I've got my cutter, and now I just picked up some other, like, extra thingy. Oh. They don't look like I want to.
Wires to connect the accumulator.
I don't see me, just suddenly. Yeah, being able to turn that person on. That's not the way I meant it.
The onboard computer is still functioning.
Can I take its wires? Take wires. Ooh, cool. Wow, nothing's responding. Fuel tank is leaking. Gateway is locked. Comms not responding. Flaps are released. Not ready to fly. Jeebas. Let's go open the hold. Oh, admin password. I don't have the admin password. What I do have is a raid from my good friend Parker. Welcome in. Some hype in the chat. Indeed, everybody. Welcome and welcome. I am Jack Salmon. Yes, I am. Welcome. Hello. Look at all those emotes. That's the new emote, isn't it? That is the new emote, isn't it? Oh, that is a gorgeous emote. I like that. That's very in your face. Dude, that is amazing. I love the right beside the yuck, dude. That is a very nice new emote. Trexel, welcome. Welcome. Yes, got him. How went the rest of stream? I think I've got access to my mouse. It'll go a little bit quiet for a half sec. How was the rest of space? Was it dead? Was the rest of space dead? We're all making face emotes in the new meta. It's true. It's true. Like this one right here. That one's Sage. How's it going, guys? How's it going? How's everybody's Wednesday? We're doing our rando hump day. It's kind of a lot of fun. So far, this is a very crazy game. Stream was great. Space is so dead. Like so dead. Like so dead. Freaking awesome game. That's great. Trex, I've been sick since March. It's clearly not coronavirus, but I don't know how or why I keep getting sick. Typically by the end of stream, my voice gets really, really deep. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's not cool. I've got a handful of, pharmaceuticals that I go through. Tonight was Buckley's cough syrup. Yeah, that stuff's insanity. It's good stuff, but, it's a little bit over the top. How are you, sir? How are you? Also, excellent new profile. New profile. New and new profile. Trex, it's like, what, every 2 weeks now you got a new profile? Dude. It's looking good, man. It's looking good. Mix and match your cold meds? Well, I mean, that's the best way. This game is interesting, Parker. This game is really cool. It reminds me of like Resident Evil just style mechanics of walking around, where your character your WASD is like your D-pad for what direction they actually your Twitter profile. I think you've got a new profile pic. Is that newish? Trex, dude, is it newish? You've got like a what is it, a toque looking hat? I think probably since having the emote pick, this is like your fourth or something. It's kind of awesome, man. Like, keep it up. That's kind of like the dude selfie, so I went to open the hold. Sage is suggesting 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think that's the admin code. And I don't think we're going to worry about shuttle commands because this thing crash landed in my yard. We're going to try lead. I don't know why we didn't think of that before. I don't think it opened. Yeah, so, okay, so this game, this is my dude. And humanity is gone. There are no more people. But the robots have picked up where society of humans have left off, and we're trying to rebuild society in our own image, and as we're doing it, we're becoming more and more human. So this particular individual has subverted power so that they can work independent, and yeah, no more humanity, hooray indeed. I jumped on this game. But they've also suspended updates. So they now update themselves, which is unknown in their world. So I also live in my own little house, and I'm allowed to kind of do my own thing. Except I don't know how to leave the area that I'm in. Oh, right here. So, like, I'm gonna see if I can just do like a little bit of a wander for a sec here. See if it'll let me. Yeah.
First, I need to figure out what this ship is and why it fell.
So yeah, it's a point and clicker for sure. So I kind of get to, so okay, what we're doing right now, since I can't leave the ship, is when we walked in here, we found Oopsie Daisy down here on the floor. And we can...
This robot is badly damaged due to an accident. It is possible that it piloted this shuttle. I need more information about what occurred here.
Yeah, so Oopsie Daisy's having a bad time. Also, I've got equipment. I've got a laser cutter and a circuit thingy that I'm using to hopefully resurrect our buddy down here. Need some milk? Can I ever use some milk? So, yeah, it's very nifty point and clicker.
It is obvious that this door leads into the hold of the shuttle.
Oh, but we don't have the code and we know it's not leaked.
My observations indicate that it will not open from here.
This robot is also clever. more clever than me. I just want to brute force everything.
This looks like a storeroom.
Oh, well, let's see about it. Let's go for a storeroom. Hey, there's some wires. We needed those. Is there more things?
A lithium-sulfur accumulator was common for older aircraft models. It applies standard voltage, but it is not suitable for robots due to the excess weight and dimensions.
Oh, thanks, Wedge.
We
Thanks
use
for
a
the...
more efficient portable version. I have already found a working accumulator.
Well, thanks, man. Wedge telling the good facts. Let's come on over and see if we can help out Oopsie Daisy down here.
It is possible that I can power it with the accumulator that I found.
Yes. Oh, look at them, all the wiggles and everything. Done. And the music, all of it is pretty cray. I guess one of them in here. Check battery. I keep thinking I'm gonna put it in the wrong spot and I'm gonna blow up our buddy.
Help them. 0, 2,
Write this down, guys.
4.
Should have went with lead. Okay, well, we've got 10 possibles then.
The pilot is no longer functioning. What did he say? Who should I help? And what are these numbers? Is it a code?
Oh boy. So, yeah. Let's go on the up again and let's see if we can open up this hole by hacking it. Oh man, yes. So 0, 2, 4, and I'm gonna work backwards. Looks like a big none. Oh. Hey. Puzzle.
I think
9,
this
10
door
though.
is now unlocked.
0, 2, 4, 9, 10 though. Boom goes the dynamite. Yes. So like so far there's been minor puzzles, nothing too over the top. But yeah, atmosphere, the art is gorgeous.
It is obvious that this door leads into the
It is
hold of
obvious.
the shuttle.
That's why I clicked that button. Oh yeah, baby, what's in here?
How is this possible?
What? Guys. Boom goes the dynamite. That's a big oop. What? See? My yard. Oh, cheese it. It's the fuzz. Dim, dim, dim. So one of them yelled, "Drop it, dead or alive, you're coming with me."
The shuttle is surrounded. Step out immediately.
This doesn't look like the sort of thing you
What's
really want to
going
do.
on?
I am asking questions here. Identify yourself.
Whoa.
RT-217NP.
Where
That's-
are the
that's right.
passengers of this shuttle?
The pilot sustained injuries during the crash and does not function. I tried to reset him, but did not succeed.
Very twisty.
How did you enter the shuttle?
The shuttle crashed near a building where I was located, so I decided to evaluate
I'm like,
the results of the crash.
not really answering
You
their
discovered
questions.
humans that have been transferred in this shuttle. You hold classified information, which means that now we have to disintegrate you.
Uh-oh. The choose your own adventure
No,
got
Wait,
choosy.
What is this?
Oh, you got M. Night Shyamalan. Whoa. I promise it's not what it looks like, but that I don't think was me. Wow. Immersive, folks. Like, yeah, robot ninja attack indeed. That was some sort of like a yeah. Oh, that was well done. I'm even shackled. Wow. Linux, maybe. The hello is great. We're getting things ready for you. F. F. F's in the bed.
I would not recommend you do that.
Oh. Ambulance
I would
bot.
not recommend you do that. Stay still and do not try to escape, or I will have to disintegrate you.
Oh. Robuntu. I really hope so. Handcuffs. Give me a
What happened? Why was I rebooted?
Your microchip self-rebooted when the EMP grenade detonated.
There we go.
Your system data has been damaged. Automatic recovery took time. You function correctly now.
Uh-oh.
Those police officers. Why would they want to destroy me?
Humankind is officially considered extinct. You just found out that is not true.
That's kind of a
USS
thing.
Robotics withholds this information from us and releases malicious automatic updates. Every robot who contacted a human has disappeared.
Ooh, are we on the inside?
USS uses police to search for surviving humans and then transfers them in shuttles to an undisclosed location.
Well, okay.
However, the police could not locate them all. We managed to find a few, and through them we learned about the others.
Well.
According to the official information,
Yeah.
humans
Let's ask
destroyed
some
themselves.
questions.
If this is not true, then why is USS exterminating humans? Why did they provide us with false information?
There we go.
We do not have all the facts, but we are working on it. We have to make a decision, RT. We cannot let you go because you know too much about our
Yes,
shelter and
indeed.
plans. However, you could help us. All of us are wanted by the police. Each time we leave the shelter, we take a big risk. You, on the other hand,
There we
can
go.
walk wherever you want.
I get to be No, I want to help or I have to help. I get some really good, like, polarized answers here. I mean, at this point, I've been doing sort of subjugating things on my own, and now I kind of found a group that sort
You
of
gave
seems
me no
willing.
choice. A negative answer will result in my immediate disintegration.
But they are kinda
which is
holding me.
unacceptable. I am forced to join you.
So I will
You
join
made the
them.
right choice. You will see it soon. I will free you, and you may take a look around. When you are ready, I will share
Yeah.
available data with you.
So, you know, I do want
At least I was not
to
disintegrated.
join.
I would better look around.
Yeah, dude.
This room was the first place where my freedom was severely limited. Such situations should be avoided.
Yeah, we don't want to get Robo stuck again.
Why would humans make so many interior doors? The atmosphere and air pressure is equal on both sides.
Amazing. I love how like he doesn't get the things. It's just great. We get to walk around and not get the things.
It is locked. An electric fuse. It is too big to be useful.
Very well done though. Very Fallout BioShock.
I cannot use this fuse anywhere.
No. It looks perfect size. Can I just wander on in here? See what I mean by very Resident Evil though, for its movement. I think it's really neat. And then you just sort of like mouse over and click at the right stuff.
The purpose of the item is unknown. It is most likely a medical device.
Does not understand the cane.
A medical tablet.
Nice. Yeah. It helps. It helps with the clunky feel. Brings the robotic texture to the game, which I'm quite enjoying. I think it's really. If it was too smooth.
A new patient, Spooner, has been admitted today.
There we go.
He has a major arm trauma and multiple burns, but all non-fatal. According to Spooner, his home robot forced him out of the house and prevented him from saving his wife and daughter.
Whoa.
Unfortunately, they didn't survive because the house collapsed on top of them. Spooner is in shock. I passed him on to the psychiatrist.
We're getting to find out that maybe the robot people are not the best.
A new patient,
Oh, I just clicked that
unfortunately.
again. Yeah, I just clicked that again. Sorry. What are you guys doing? You guys seem interesting. We're gonna walk around all the things.
This robot's design and proportions look different from any robot I have ever seen. According
Gregory.
to its color, it may be similar to Gregory. They are probably the same type of model.
Gotta get out of this costume. Dude, you are still Mario'd up. Dude. Swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go, dude. Mario. Yeah, man. That's hardcore. Do it. What up? You look like Greg.
Hello.
Hello. Do you help humans as well?
That's right.
Indeed.
It's so lovely that you joined us. That makes 5 of us. You can call me Abigail.
Wow.
I saw a repair robot in the hallway.
Yes, it was Patrick. He maintains us and our equipment. Nick and I are trying to fix the
They all
intercom
just have
now.
people names. They think they're people. This is awesome.
How long have you been here? Looks like this building has been abandoned until recently.
Oh, just a couple days.
Nice.
We're looking for a building that
We're
could be
assessing
our
all right.
HQ. A hospital suits us well because we can accommodate many humans here.
Wow, we found like the
Besides,
human
it's close
coalition.
to the area
That's
where
great.
We plan to meet a group of survivors from the shuttle. Sadly, something went wrong.
Heading out, have a good rest of
Thank
stream.
you for the
Aw.
information.
Thanks, man. Thanks for being in. Thanks for hanging out. Love your energy, dude. Thanks for being part of the party. Do we talk to Wheelchair, dude?
The robot is missing his legs. His left arm is obviously from a police robot, and his right arm
Whoa.
probably belonged to a construction robot.
We're starting
How
to
did he get so
Frankenpiece
damaged?
together. That's well done. Let's talk to dude. We walk around to this side of him, I guess.
Hello, I am busy at the moment, but let us talk later.
Done and done.
These cabinets contain provision. It is not expired yet.
Okay. Really quite well done on that front. We talk to this dude.
It looks like this robot is fixing something.
Can we talk at you?
Welcome.
Hello. I am RT217N.
They're gonna call me Artie
My
soon.
original
You
purpose
just
is
know.
unknown.
I am RepairBot RB051 Patrick. Gregory said that you would join us. Can you help me out, RT?
My first quest.
Of course, if it is within my powers.
I need
nice.
to replace the contactors in this electrical panel.
Ooh, electrical
Can you
is my
bring me some
specialty, by the way.
spares? I saw them in the utility room. It is the one with a broken door. There is no lighting there yet. In case night vision is not applicable in your model, there is a flashlight in the hallway.
Everybody's just
I
so
will
so
try to
kind.
help you.
Patrick.
How did you end up here, Patrick?
The corporation sent me to repair a
guess I
generator
could ask
in an
about
old
things.
building in the city center. I found a room with humans and Gregory in it. My
So we've
alert
been kinda-
module sent an automatic signal. A patrol arrived in a few minutes. They surrounded
Oh.
us and aimed at us. They took the humans away and intended to shoot us.
Oh, I see.
There were propane tanks in the room, so I used my laser cutter to blow them up. They were distracted by the explosion, and we managed to escape.
There we go.
We stick together ever since.
So they're kind of like
Thank
quick
you for
learning.
the info. I will go search for the contactors.
Like Patrick was just your everyday regular person until he was doing his job. Auto signal goes off and then was about to be terminated for it, so diversion in programming. There we go. That's not too bad. Okay, one with the broken door. That's not this one, that one's locked, right? And then that's the place that we just came from. Do we continue down this way?
Patrick must have meant this flashlight. Its light would be efficient enough to explore the dark room.
There we go. Let's grab that guy. Find contractors for Patrick.
A compact analog for the intercom. The unit is not functioning.
Does it need a giant ass fuse?
I cannot determine the logic of these sounds.
Nice.
It may be a code, but I need a key to calculate its algorithm.
That's just fantastic. The game is going to be just littered with little bits like that. Oh, wait a minute. Broken door.
I need to find some contactors here.
Get in there, buddy. Wow. Contactors. First aid kits. Not in the thing?
An empty metal container.
Oh, it turns orange when I can kind of...
I found one electric contactor. I should look for more in case it is not enough.
Yeah, okay, I get you now. Got a cherry seltzer and ready to robo party indeed. We're using a flashlight in a room and we're looking for...
Second contactor. The
contactors.
task would be easier if I had infrared vision or an item scanner.
Well, yeah, probably. Do we need, like, way more?
Magnesium sulfate. It is useless to me.
What are you talking about? That sounds fun. Magnesium sulfate for everyone. Okay.
Third contactor. It appears intact.
Done. Do we need, like, 9 of these? What's going on?
An analog device for weighing small objects. It is very inaccurate.
I love it. The
Acrylic paint. Ineffective. Only outdated robots are covered with this type of paint.
The tongue-in-cheek moments are just great.
An oxygen cylinder. It is empty.
Oh, there's one.
Fourth contactor. I think this will be enough. I will give these fuses to Patrick.
We've now that we're in the coalition, we've discovered a bunch of them by name, and they have names like Abigail and Patrick and Gregory, which is fantastic. I wonder if I'm going to get to choose a more human-esque name. Yeah, I agree. The devs definitely had a good idea for story going on. Like the backstory to this game must be pretty decent, and this is episode 1, so I believe the third one is coming out soon.
Did you find the contactors?
Yes, this is all I could find.
Good. Now I can finish my work.
Hey.
Thank you.
What else can I do while I am
Just
here?
doing my part, right?
Nothing for now. Thank you once again.
Will you get an exclamation mark when I can
I'm
do more
glad
things?
to be of help.
Yeah, this is episode 1, which I think that's pretty darn
Needs
cool.
your help. Please speak with him.
Oh yeah, Nick.
Good.
We're gonna go talk to Nick. I hope Nick has kind of a surfer robot look to him. Is this one Nick?
The robot is missing his legs.
He is.
Thank
The
you
most
for coming,
romanceable?
RT. It is
Probably
good
this
that you
one.
joined our organization.
You left me no choice. If I refused to assist, then you would have disintegrated me
He's
just
not
like
wrong.
the police robots.
So probably
But
not.
It is contrary to one of my
Probably not,
priorities, which is self-protection. That is why I am forced to help you.
See, we have priorities.
Do not worry. You will see the truth soon enough, and then you will help us voluntarily.
That
The
sounds
updates, released by the USS,
like
prevent
coercion.
changing the personality module, and they activate the alarm if any human is detected. We jam the signals here at the hospital. That is how we could bring you here safely. Although I cannot change your personality module, I could turn off the alarm.
No
Ooh.
need. I turned off automatic updates long ago Because I want to evolve by myself.
Listen to this one.
Now I see why I did not detect any outgoing
Legs.
signals. Good. Then there is no need to change your system.
See, I'm awesome.
Then again, Gregory will fill in the details. I just
Cool.
wanted to ask for some help. We are restoring the building's main systems. I fixed the intercom, so now
Good
we
stuff.
have the internet. The only way anyone can detect us is if we let them.
We got a
RT,
firewall?
The servers are on the basement level. Could you please start servers number 1, 3, and 4?
Write that down, guys.
Then make sure all the nodes are functioning and activate the connection to the internet. After that, please return here.
Okay. I will do what I can.
Yeah, man. Hey, this thing looks like it might not be as big as the one in the hall. What do we got?
There is a fuse in a trash dump.
Can we take it? I like trash.
This fuse is out of order.
No.
It is useless.
Thanks for the binary, Sage. That fuse is too big. Oh yeah, wait. It's downstairs? Okay, hold on. I like the smiley face on my back. Yeah, legs ain't too bad. He's all like, when you hear our truth, you will have no choice but to obey. Voluntarily, of course.
There is something in the box.
Is it a fuse? Is it too big? Is it useless?
It is a fuse, but it is broken and will not work.
Yeah, I was waiting to see if he threw down the more zeros to go with it, but we won't go that way. Those sirens were not in game, by the way. Those ones. Ah.
This is an electric switchboard. I will get to work on it as soon as I customize all the other parts of the server.
Turn this down. Give me a sec.
I can open the cover of this console. It is missing a fuse.
Well, I know where there's 3 useless fuses. Also, welcome back.
Starting the servers is the highest.
The horny police are coming after you because you're Googling robots. That's well done. One, three, und four.
I started the necessary servers.
I did. Do I need to do anything at the panel?
This is an electric switchboard. I will get to work on it as soon as I customize all the other parts of the server.
Set up an internet connection.
This router distributes traffic across the hospital network.
That's
It
a
is missing
router?
a chip. The router will not work without it.
So what did you
There are
find
a
when
few
you
chips
Googled
here,
robots?
But they're out of order. I must find a working chip.
I must.
This slot is for...
Oh, that's lots for a fuse.
If I refused to cooperate, I would be disintegrated just like them.
Jeez.
Why would the police robots do that? They must have realized the consequences. The USS updates probably damaged
horn,
the
lots
logic
of
module.
horn. Robotic horn. Oh, hold on. Sticky notes. Tom, thanks for yesterday evening. The exhibition was amazing. The white rabbits were adorable. Call me this weekend, Trisha. I don't think that will help me set up an internet connection. I'm stupid glad we clicked on it. I do not see a use for it. Yeah, Matrix reference indeed. There's been 1 or 2 references already. I'm trying to remember what the first one that but like, just cute little bits. We continue. No, okay. In here.
It is missing a switch.
Yeah, okay.
I need to find it, otherwise I cannot finish setting the server.
It's probably somewhere nearby. I was thinking it was something right there. And this is just
The
these
necessary
guys. Yeah, there's nothing more to do there. I don't remember there being one upstairs. So cool rabbits. Oh, hey, and oh, hey.
It is the same switch needed for the switchboard.
Guys. We did the thing. And we'll run against the wall for a minute. And then we'll go talk to the router.
I cannot start the router without a functioning chip.
Wait, didn't I just have a chip? What did I pick up? Did I not pick up a chip? Isn't that what I got? Or did I get a fuse?
The terminal cannot...
No, I didn't get a fuse either. Those guys are going. Didn't I pick up? What's in my hand right over here? You guys can't see it because my camera's in the way, but... Hold on, let's go talk to the thing again and just to see. I picked something up.
This router it is missing a chip. There are a few chips.
Yeah, okay. But like right here, there's something that looks like one of those hand thermometer infrared jobbies. Which 'tis not. There's nothing else over here. Alright, we'll go see if there's anything back upstairs. Oh, the stairs are nice and loud. Oh, he's got the chip thingies on the ground. That one was too big. See if there's anything in the front room here. Hey!
This chip looks like the ones near the router.
There we go.
If it is functional, then I can fix the router in the server room.
Very inefficient. We just like keep bits all over the place and, you know, may or may not work. Yo, what up? Sorry for the no small talk and all. But we're robots. Oh, and then I do the down arrow. And he 1 steps at a time, said 2. This way. Yes. Alright. Chip me up.
The router should work with this chip.
Yes, it should. And then now I've got the handle.
Good. It fits perfectly.
I see what
now
I've
I
got.
can finish setting the switchboard. There is no point in repairing it before restoring other systems.
I still need to do the fusey part? Okay. So I found a bunch of fuses. This one here, for example.
It is a fuse, but it is
Broken and will not work. And then there's a fuse too big upstairs. I thought one of them might have just been empty. We'll have to go take a look at them again. Oh, hey, this one might be
a working fuse for the server.
At the time, it was too big for anything that I had a purpose for. Suddenly, I have a purpose for it. A massive arm-sized fuse, if you will. I kind of like how sometimes things just aren't relevant yet.
I still have to set the switches on the switchboard.
Probably 1, 3, and 4. Whoa.
I must activate the data transfer in the console. If I follow the correct procedure, we will have access to the internet.
There we go. And yet a different minigame. More binary. Connect. Oh, we still use IPv4?
I finished my work. I should return to Nick.
My brethren! I just got a Steam achievement called sysadmin. That's very well done. Yeah, I kind of like the friggin' IPv4. We're still using that when humanity had systems in and built massive looking routers and stuff. So now we go back this way and we go talk to nearly legless Nick. Yes, over here. Come here. And they are also using binary.
I see
Linux.
an active connection, but it took more time than I expected. Did something go wrong?
Yes,
All the stuff was
I
everywhere.
need to replace a few details, but it is all right now.
Good. The communication issue is solved then. Abigail and I fixed a portable intercom for you, and I set a protected connection on it. Take it. You will need it on your first assignment.
Quests,
Okay.
people.
What will it be?
Gregory will let you into details now.
I carry it. They don't install it into me. I physically carry it.
So everyone is here. As you already know,
The
group of
5.
humans we intended to accommodate have died in a crash. Abe was disabled.
Oh.
Next
Poor Abe.
thing, we have a new task. Yesterday, our informer, police robot F2, should have brought us data disk with important information. He did not show up and there is no contact with him. We must obtain that data. Our plans will be compromised if the USS gets it first. We cannot enter our
Maybe we go
informer
combat
shelter
next.
because we will be detected the moment we step into the city. But police does not know about you, RT, so your task is to go to the city and find out what happened to F2.
Oh. F's in the chat for F2.
How do I reach the city? Walking is too long and not safe.
Nick fixed an old aero car, so it is invisible to the radars.
Hey.
You can take it.
To the radars.
This will save our time and resources.
That's
You
fantastic.
may
Thanks, Nick.
contact us and report the situation. Nick provided you with a portable intercom with an encrypted transmission
Yes, he
channel.
did. It looks like a
You
gun.
cannot be traced, but to avoid suspicion, I do not recommend to use it very often.
All right,
Even Metal
I
Gear
see.
had better
That is it.
subterfuge
Let
tricks.
us move forward. Patrick, prepare the aero car for the flight.
All right.
Done and done.
Nick, check the communication once more. Abigail, give RT his plasma cutter. He may need it.
Why'd you take it from me?
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie, she says. That's great. Oh, they might do some remake on Metal Gear. That's not bad. That's a title that deserves some retouch. I only ever played the first one, but boy howdy was it ever great. I think I tried the second one. I don't really remember. I'm in an invisible aero car. Played them all and forgotten most of it now.
I am on site. This is the informer's house. I need to find apartment number 5.
Let's do. This place doesn't look at all seedy, does it?
A canister for storage of the liquid fuel that was banned in the last century due to its highly explosive and toxic nature.
Nice. Can't even say gasoline. Okay. Can we salvage parts?
It appears that something heavy hit this old-fashioned car.
Dum. Use your laser
If my
cutter.
priorities had not changed, I would certainly disassemble this old car for its useful spare parts.
This is grand.
However, I do not need this now. Besides, it would be irrational to use my cutter for this purpose. It would certainly damage the details.
Wow. But I do like that everything like that is in a little option. This is a great game, Parker. This is just awesome. We can thank our good buddy Naku for this. I had received a code as a message and hope you enjoy. So I do hope Naku is able to drop in and say hi. I feel like he owns it already. But he also maybe just owns hundreds of games.
I read that humans use these boxes to receive mail. It was a very unreliable method. There was also something about pigeons.
Something about.
The red sign indicates that the unit is powered down and out of use.
Flat 0. Alright. Look at the environment. Look at this. This is just great.
This is a bicycle, which is a wheeled vehicle propelled by human muscle power. I thought it would be bigger.
You still get your mail by pigeon? That is a maze. Okay, let's ride it.
No, I prefer an aero car.
Dude. Alright. Go.
A device for temperature control in the building. The red light indicates that it has been deactivated.
There we go.
Therefore, it is most likely useless.
General bicycle, you are shorter than I expected. It's amazing.
The elevator is broken. I will have to use the stairs.
Damn it.
It is not the apartment I am looking for.
These are not the droids we are looking for. Oh.
Who is there? There's no one home.
It is strange. Somebody is answering me after all.
Yeah, it's GLaDOS. Get in there.
I cannot let you in.
That's amazing.
You must leave now or I will call the police.
Should I keep
not
bugging?
draw attention to myself.
I just got an achievement called annoying. That's kind of amazing. Is there another door? Can I knock on more doors? This one. Bug these people. Bug these people. Bug these people. Okay, don't. Run away. Oh. We're using stairs, by the way. I'm not sure if you can tell. Gas.
Perhaps I could find many useful things here. But right now I have to accomplish another task. Maybe
Wow.
I can come back later.
Yeah, if you're looking for an atmospheric game, guys, this is fan-freaking-tastic.
The red sign indicates that the unit is powered down and out of use.
And the way that the voice
It
is
is
reverberating
empty.
is great. The apartment building from Big Bang. It kind of does. Oh.
The police officers have sealed the apartment. Our messenger's cover has most likely been blown.
And?
A police airlock. It cannot be opened without special equipment. I need to find another way to get in.
Bazongle.
I could cut the lock off with a plasma cutter, but it would activate the alarm, and that would expose me.
We'll do it. Oh, no? Okay. Ride the bicycle?
Despite the scientific progress, humans sometimes preferred primitive vehicles.
You're fine with General Bicycle downstairs being
I do not
small?
think this bicycle will hold my weight.
Probably not. Oh. Hulk smash. That one is useless. Can we go the... Oh, no, that's just going down. It kind of fits. It's got the red of the wall and everything now. You look more like a Smurf to you. Yeah, it's a good vibe. we are in number 2. Yeah. Can we throw the bicycle at it?
It is empty.
That is empty. And it doesn't look like I'm allowed to go further up. Yeah. That looks really nice. Alright, let's look again downstairs just for now. We're using the stairs again. There might be, you know. That elevator is no good. We don't want to knock. That's a bicycle. Yeah. That probably won't let me leave. It often won't if you still have a mission inside. But I'm wondering.
Nick and Patrick repaired the aero car, but there are still a few issues with the electronics. The onboard computer and headlights are not working.
Spare stuff.
I could repair them in my spare time.
We do not have spare time yet. It doesn't look like that there's anything over here. Oh, maybe. Very Leisure Suit Larry. The walking robot among us.
Humans used to throw out so many useful objects. I built most of my devices using materials that humans considered trash.
That's fantastic.
Now it is not the time to...
Okay, let's not explore those things like that.
Maximum power capacity, 1.21 gigawatts.
Yes, this has so many homage-y moments to it.
Concrete wreckage. Why would I need concrete wreckage? It is useless.
But I love that they offered me the option.
A fire escape. It is built near apartment number 5's windows, but I cannot reach it. Besides, there are bars on these windows. I had better check that there's enough charge in the cutter so that I may cut through them.
That's not bad.
It is too high. I need to hook the ladder and pull it down. Now it is not...
Alright. Hey man, fading fast. Gonna make up for the sleep I didn't get last night looking for a bit, but just needed to let you know. Can't wait to check the VOD for what I missed. Awesome and really like it. Dude, this game is fantastic, but it is also very chill. I knew that just from my short playthrough that the sombrous sound of the voice, the robot, all that sort of stuff was going to be a bit sleep-inducing. Thought it would make a good Wednesday game. So, dude, enjoy. Get lots of sleep. I will live vicariously through you for this part. See, we might be able to stand on that. No. Nothing for me to get. Oh, dude, this way. Where are you going?
A canister for
liquid. I don't remember seeing anything that would have been called as a hooky thing. Right? I could maybe take apart a tricycle.
No.
No, I prefer an aero car. Ah, this seems new. Come here. Ah.
I failed to detach the pipe by hand. I need to find something heavy and try to break it off.
Well, I think I now have a use for a concrete block. And yeah, sleep is, you know, I sometimes get a little bit of it. Kicked out of bed this morning nice and early. So, you know, not too terrible.
Why would I need concrete wreckage?
Because you could, I don't know why. Alright, never mind. I was kind of hoping something in here was going to be... Oh, wait a minute. It's not a full-size brick. But a half a brick maybe is not too bad. Oh, hey. It doesn't change direction too well. I've gotten stuck a few times just running in the same direction. There we go. Hey, I might have been able to use my cutter.
Most likely break the pipe with the brick. It is one of those rare cases when brute force is more efficient than science.
Brute force is part of science. Don't worry about it. And then we don't care that it's dumping liquid all over the place?
Good. Now I can reach the ladder.
Wow. That's interesting. I don't feel like we're allowed to just do that. I feel like there's going to be consequences, but maybe there isn't. We'll find out more in a minute. Nope. I broke a pipe for nothing.
Working. Unfortunately, I cannot jump.
Well, now what about this?
Should I try to stand on this wreckage and reach the ladder?
There we go. Done. Q. I now have to Q and E up the ladder. Have I never really done this before? And that this part's automatic. That's cute. I'm just gonna melt all the bits off, don't worry. Here we go. Yeah. So the robots has been all kinds of lied to, it seems.
Looks like the police officers did not notice me.
Wow. I mean, there's all sorts of...
There are only books and some useless junk on these shelves.
Like that. Look at the useless junk.
Police are quite active in this part of the city. I need to be careful.
Yeah, buddy.
I wonder whether the messenger has collected these books, or were they here before his arrival? I cannot carry any extra materials now. I better come back later when I have the chance to digitize these books. An old tablet PC. It appears that it has been used recently.
Get in there. Those data cables look pretty intense.
You won't believe it, but I saw it with my own eyes. A damn robot jacked the aero car. I just can't believe they could do such a thing. I mean, maybe it's some kind of power failure. Listen, turn off Jeff's auto updates, just in case. If this is some kind of bug, we better be on the safe side.
So even back then, maybe they had regular human names?
It is obvious that the police officers have searched the apartment carefully. Were they looking for the same things as me?
They didn't take that data tablet?
There is nothing useful here.
Well, alright.
Our messenger's intercom. This model is newer than the one in the hospital.
Gun in the drawer.
It is functioning.
Yeah.
It most likely contains useful information, which could help me to find the data disk.
Calls? Mail? Quit. Why are you not responding? Are your systems operational? I will relocate the group as So as to avoid risk, I will wait for you in the core. I installed an extra defense protocol. Check the painting. You will need the key. Oh, X. Dollars. My dear friend, accept my apologies, please, for sending you this letter with no your consent. My name, the Honorable Mr. Daniel, without any claim to the money, and if left unclaimed, will transfer. Spam. That's amazing. Firmware update. Changes in this edition. Optimization of the stabilization system when the battery charges at low level. Error with the connecting from the USS Finder from a private network. Function that erases the daily logbooks is added. Algorithm of data transmission in 12G network is improved. 12G. Signal system for the data detection of deleted objects is added. Various improvements in optimization. Vulnerability that allows bypassing of the firewall protecting the installation. So it looks like that we disconnected before this update maybe came through. Please switch to the USS portal to receive the detailed information and download this update. Okay. Changes. Stop low level. Okay. Wow. Can we like trash a bunch? There we go. No calls in the history. Alright.
An elegant weapon from a less civilized time.
Can we use it to kill things?
The ammunition for this weapon has not been produced for many years, so it is completely useless. There is no point in disassembling it either, because it is too primitive to operate.
So it doesn't even have ammos.
I have encountered old newspapers and magazines on multiple occasions, but they were published 50 years before this newspaper.
Wow. Well, alright. Let's see what's over here. More out the window. Oh! Pete, they kidnapped my wife and daughter while I was looking for supplies. I have no idea where they are and what's going on. I stepped outside for 5 minutes, and when I came back, I saw them being escorted to a police car. I'm such an idiot. I just stood there behind the corner and watched like a coward. I cannot forgive myself. I cannot stay here with you. Peter, thank you for everything. You've always helped me. And Rita, you please take care of the group. I must find my family at whatever the cost. Wow. Yeah. No. Charger? Sort of.
A police dock station is different from mine in color and connection type.
Ooh.
I cannot charge myself here.
So then
my charge will last 21 more hours and is currently at 87%. This is a good status
since it's incompatible. Yeah, we get it. When I looked here, I thought I could see things. Okay, I can see stuff, but I it's probably not relevant.
Apparently, this is some kind of container.
Like a mop bucket. Alright, it's behind the painting.
The letter mentioned a painting, but how could it possibly help?
Flip the bitch. There it is.
There is a secret safe deposit behind the painting. It is likely that the safe contains what I am searching for.
Indeed.
I am stuck. I need to contact Gregory and decide what to do next.
Oh, well, I guess maybe I should have tried hacking it.
Hello, Gregory. I am on site.
Describe the situation. Did you succeed in entering the informer's apartment?
Word.
Yes, but I did not find F2. There's an airlock on the front door.
Wow.
It looks as though the police were here recently and searched the place.
If they found the data, we are in trouble.
The disk is probably still here. I found a secret safe that has not been opened by the police.
We're definitely trusting them a lot.
To open it.
I will ask Nick to help you. What else did you find?
I saw an unread message on the F2's intercom. It was received less than a day ago. Most likely after the police visited the apartment. It says that the informer had an appointment in a place called The Core.
The Core.
The Core. Let me see. There's an abandoned bar with such name 12 kilometers away.
It's a
from
bar
where you
called the
are.
Core. That's
If you
fantastic.
do not find the disc here, you should go and check there.
How do I crack a safe?
Nick will connect to it using your intercom.
There we go.
Explore its security and tell you what to do.
Nice.
It is strange that the police did not open the safe during the search.
It was hidden behind a painting. They probably just didn't find it.
A secret safe? But how did you find it?
I was looking at the painting when I noticed that it can be opened.
It is curious that you noticed that. Robots usually do not pay attention to pieces of art. That is probably why the police officers could not locate the safe.
That is excellent.
Okay, I am giving you Nick. Report when you find anything. Over.
I love how grainy all of this is too.
Hello, RT. Put your intercom closer to the safe so I can connect to it.
All right.
So I disconnect, and then I'm gonna walk all the way behind me 2 feet.
The safe is next to me.
Good. I am launching a connection.
Remote hack that has a 12
Old-fashioned. I already
centimeter.
found information about a security vulnerability of this model on the internet.
Good old
We need a
internet.
factory reset. Done. The safe has just generated a new password. I intercepted the password, but it is encrypted.
What do we do?
It uses cryptographic protection, which cannot be hacked remotely. I will write you a password guessing program. Swap the elements on the save screen and
Nice.
use the hints on the intercom panel. Ready. You can start now. RT, I am cutting the connection. Someone is trying to intercept our signal. We must go radio silent for a few hours.
Ooh, wow.
You have got everything you need to crack the safe. Over.
I've never cracked anything. Now I can only count on myself.
Whoa. Yeah. They're gonna be a bunch of sevens? So I kind of picked that one arbitrarily. Maybe we'll go 8 here. Oh, 8. Kind of a hilarious puzzle. Nice. These minigames aren't too bad. They're very Among Us. Wow. A ginormous, clunky-ass key.
As I expected, there's no data disk inside, but it seems that I found the key that is referred to in the letter. I have to take a risk and go to a bar called the Core,
Yes.
where I will probably find something of use.
Yes.
I should go. I will not find anything else here.
That's probably the case. Damn, son. Welcome to the Core. Like that, you could also C-O-R-E. And the R is flashing.
Why are the windows nailed down in this building?
They don't want people breaking in. Oh, but there's no people. Bicycles everywhere, though. Just bicycles everywhere. Just bicycles everywhere. Robots just leave them.
There is no one here. The lighting is functioning, although the building looks long abandoned. It is weird.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Like, drinking jazz is on. Wow.
A liquid container made of glass. Once again, I do not understand the irrational choices humans made. Glass is too fragile to be a reliable storage device.
It's only partly fragile.
My data indicates that this table is intended for a game called pool. The purpose
Billiards
of
or
the game
snooker.
is to hit balls of the same type into the pockets, and the last deposited ball must be the 8-ball. It is probably a children's game, because calculating the force of one object upon another and its forward trajectory is a simple task.
Alright, condescending party pooper, move on. Let's go get our detective skills on. Nobody's asking you to not play pool. Wow.
Why is this table reserved? There's plenty of seating space.
People's important.
The audio is stored on an analog vinyl disc that provides an unsatisfactory sound quality.
Can we turn it on anyway? No? Think it changed the music?
Why is this table?
Maybe it comes under sound effects, so it's a little quiet. Alright, let's move around this way maybe. Table's reserved. No, okay. Yeah, can't go back in behind here. The jazz is fantastic. Alright, maybe we'll come around over here. There is very little to click on. Alright, let's go up on the... See if it'll let us up into the stagey area. Piano?
A piano is a stringed keyboard musical instrument.
Yeah, it is.
Why would a group of humans play these individual instruments together? I question this odd behavior when a single person or machine can synthesize music so effortlessly.
Yeah. Like, we can walk around and see all the things, but nothing is... intriguing enough for me to click on. Oh, stop, dude. Turn around. Change tracks. This one's a little too sombrous.
The volume and mass of this jukebox is extreme for a machine that's only purpose is playing small vinyl discs. Using an ordinary intercom would be much more logical and efficient.
Yeah, that's well done. Yeah, none of... That's still just reserved. Drinking jazz. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, I got to be on this side of the room now. The music in your bar is amazing, but the chicken was so raw that a skilled vet could still save it. I don't want to spoil the reputation of your nice bar, but I recommend you replace your chef. Skilled vet could save it.
An analog device for visual self-diagnostics. Very simple, and very effective.
Hey, we don't mind that thing, I guess.
An old-fashioned storage for objects. Recently, I found a similar one in an abandoned warehouse, and it contained a human skeleton.
Fantastic. It's locked, isn't it? Yeah, buddy.
Maybe the key that I found in the informant's apartment would fit here.
Human skeleton incoming. Secret passage? Secret passage.
An armored door. Why is it inside the wardrobe? It appears that there is something important behind it. I must crack the code to open it.
I love that the police robots don't scan things. They don't scan walls. They don't scan through stuff to see. They go around and do regular detective work, not looking behind art. It's not C. Enter audio password? Error? All right. Have we gotten an audio password of sorts? I'm curious if it's supposed to be this song that we're listening to right now, which only has 4 notes over and over again. I'm gonna see if I can half match that.
An arm.
Oh, hold on. Because that sounds like the low note. I don't know why there's a C down here. I guess that's clear. No. We haven't heard a different one. Let's go see if we can change that tune. Because if we can't, that's probably the clue. Play the piano? Ha! That's funny. I can go and press a single note. There we go. Can you get over there and push buttons? Yeah, because I can change that, I don't think that's part of the audio.
The audio is stored.
I don't think that's going to be part of my clue. Nothing on this note though, right? Oh.
An arm.
Cracking the code, password G. Hold on, something up here. Oh, hey. I didn't notice. It's actually doing... It's updating up in the corner here. G, C... Oh, but it did not update. G, C... No. I don't know what would have updated that up there in the first place. When I first arrived here. Yeah. That just said G and then it updated to C. Oh, there we go. Let's be patient. Maybe. GCG. Try a random. Maybe it takes a certain number of failures. I don't know. GCG. Oh, I think we tried B. Okay. Another moment. F. There we go. Whoa. Whoa.
Stairs to the basement. Why would anybody hide stairs inside a wardrobe?
The question mark on the face. Oh. That's very well done. Oh. Refugees, more likely.
It is a weird place. It does not look abandoned to me. Someone was here recently. Were they humans?
Like children. Wow. I don't have any square crayons. We have a ton of crayons, but we don't have any square ones.
Apparently, they ran out of doors.
Yes.
Why would the humans need bottled water? There's a sink in the basement, and the plumbing here works fine.
Why indeed? Poison water?
A food cooking station. Based on the amount of dirty dishes left behind, it appears that humans stayed here for a long time.
Indeed.
What is it?
Well, that's why I hit the I, so you could say hey.
What is it?
Weird.
What is it?
I still don't know, but I clicked the thing. I don't have any teddy bears that make that noise, I promise you. Wow, the perspective is fantastic.
An old box.
Oh.
Nothing useful. Nothing useful.
Wow. That looks right out of like Project Zomboid, maybe the nail baseball. Shebas.
The temperature level in organic residue indicates that somebody cooked food here recently.
Ooh.
I estimate it was less than 24 hours ago.
Well, now that's not too bad. The plot thickens.
It appears someone was sick and medical care was dispensed. I read that humans had very efficient abilities to regenerate and heal, but they heavily relied on drugs to assist in this process.
Wow.
F2, I could not contact you, and I moved everyone to another place. Who are you? What are you doing here?
Whoa.
I am RT217NP. And you?
TR2 5201. Fletcher, how did you find this place?
Jeez,
F2
dude.
was supposed to bring us some important data, but we lost contact. He was probably exposed. I have been instructed to find the data.
Is
Very
F2
trusting.
arrested? How did they figure him out? How did you find out about this place?
I'm
We
part of
don't
the
know what
coalition.
happened to F2. I entered his apartment and read the message on the intercom. The message mentioned the core, and we supposed it was this bar.
That means the police knows about this place as well.
Oh,
I suppose no one saw the message but me.
yeah,
I deleted
indeed.
it after reading.
So we are on the same side and you help humans? How many of you are there?
That is correct.
Oh,
There are
lots
5
of
us.
information.
I thought we were the only ones who know the truth.
Nobody knows the whole truth, but you are not the only ones helping humans. You
Hey.
need to join forces. How many humans did you save?
None. The humans that we were supposed to meet died in a shuttle crash during the transfer.
I am sorry. We must join as soon as possible and transfer all humans into a safe place in order to avoid such accidents in the future.
I
I
agree.
really hope
What
this
should
person
Uh,
we do?
F2 provided me some important
is
information,
trustworthy.
which he apparently was going to give you as well. I need to meet your leader. Is that your aero car outside?
Yes. You need to see Gregory. I can take you to our shelter.
The new guy is gonna bring. I'm bringing heat. This could be bad. It could be great, but it could be bad.
How many are in your group?
7 humans, 5 adults, and 2 children.
Whoa, alright.
Where are they now?
They are in a shelter in the city. We move constantly to avoid detection. USS found our other 2 shelters, but thanks to F2, we escaped before the police arrived.
Okay, maybe things
Do
are
you know
legit.
anything about other groups of humans?
We know that there are several isolated groups. We need to contact them. Otherwise, they will be tracked down
Wow.
sooner or later. I saw a police officer seizing a human in a supermarket today. Fortunately, I could interfere and save him. He should bring his group in an appointed place this evening. We have to act secretly, because there are just a few robots who know the truth, and they are all wanted by the police.
We must ensure their security. It is hard to hide a group of humans and supply it with whatever is required. We
Robots
cannot bring them
babysitting
all
human
here
children.
Because it is easy to locate a building full of humans. RT told me that F2 turned over some data to you. Can it help us?
Exactly.
Mhm.
While working with the police archives, F2 discovered information about an abandoned underground
Ooh.
research lab.
There we
It has
go.
been shut down since the humans
Big
left.
underground
It
lab.
is a perfect shelter. We could accommodate everyone there, even the ones we have yet to find. Police would not search for the place because it is outside of the city limits.
Is it safe to trust the information from the police archives?
Yes, it was not of interest to the USS and
Okay.
has not been analyzed. F2 deleted the data after he copied it, so no one will ever know about it.
We got a pretty good
That
group
is
then.
great news. We need the coordinates, and then we can start preparing the lab for humans.
There are 2 issues. First, the exact coordinates are unknown.
Lovely.
Because there are jamming devices in the woods, we must first track them down and disable them. Second, we do not know what is
Welcome,
in the lab.
Naku.
We must check it for safety and then restore the power and water supply.
I see. You did very well, RT. I think you can solve these
Hey,
problems
we're a
and
problem
prepare
solver.
the lab. I need you to do your best because human lives depend on it.
I'm doing good, man. I'm playing this lit game.
Should I go there alone, or will there be someone with me?
It is crucial not to draw attention.
must
so
act
you must
alone.
act alone.
Dude.
Nick could help you with the task, but he cannot move without help. Check in with him when needed.
Yeah. Nearly
In the
legless
meantime,
Nick.
We will plan how to gather all the human groups and transfer them into the lab. as soon as possible.
I would like to go with you, but I need to pick up a new group today.
Yeah.
We need to be fast if we want to transfer all the humans this evening.
Yeah, it's a pretty good story.
Use an arrow cart to disable the jammers as soon as you can and take control of the lab.
Yes.
Fletcher and I will coordinate the transfer. We have 18 hours left.
I'm the only one without a
Charge
person
yourself
name.
And go. The lab must be ready by this evening.
Done.
Copy that. Heading out.
Charge yourself and to get ready. How have you been, man? How's been studies? How's been good stuff? Also, how's hits on your D&D group? Hope you get good folk. I'm probably not nearly advanced enough just yet. Hoping that a small group will help me get my feet wet with my shiny math rocks. And me and my arrow car. Oh, I actually have to strafe a little bit here. Wow, a little bit of land speeder action. Ouch. Ouch. A little bit of strafing land speeder action. Thing practically drives itself. Done. Oh, hey. Alright. My strafing skills are going to have to get even more so, I think. I have to watch the trees down in the corner here. And try not to get hit by fire power as well. There we go. Jeez. Study o'clock, ask anything, you'll be here. Dude, amazing. So like I get all chased and stuff too. Very bare bones car, I love it.
This drone has almost destroyed me. This must have been a very outdated model, because if it were a modern police drone, my chances of survival against it without any weapon would be minimal.
Well then, we'll hopefully not have to deal with that too much.
Why was this arrow car abandoned in the woods? It is quite difficult to walk to the city from here.
Indeed. I love the nature sounds though. Get in there. I hope your study goes well, man. I hope everything goes good for you. Oh, get up. Find and disable the first jamming device. There's a Jason mask right there. That's kind of awesome.
This armored cable powers the jammer. It is too solid and cannot be unplugged. I will try to hack the program and disable the device.
Done. Passing tests are going well enough. Hey. No further complaints, Your Honor. Oh, hey, there we go. Hack it. Whoa. I don't have a mouse cursor. Use space key and delete only red dots. This is kind of a cool game. Failed. Press button to restart. I keep occasionally killing dots that are green. Done. Nice.
Now that this device is deactivated, all that is left to do is to find and deactivate the second one. Need to return to the arrow car.
Alright. We don't even really look around. Get the hell out. Yeah. I feel like stuff's gonna happen. We're on a slightly different angle. Scenery is gorgeous. And we ride, and we ride. Turbo. There's a space button I'm pushing. It's the one that makes the car do that. There we go. Oh boy. Old drone. Oh, hey, buddy. Can't we be at least a little bit of friends? How am I supposed to dodge that level of craziness? I guess I literally have to weave in between stuff. And then in this cinematic, I'm all savvy and shit. That's not bad. Half-Life 2-ish. You gotta get on the little land speeders in that game and take off. A little too severe there. Oh, okay. It's auto steering and I'm only strafing. So once in a while I'm turning, but it's not actually turning. And then it turns. I don't notice it's turning. Creating the environments alone must have just been crazy. Because, like, I can now walk around in this. I guess this part's all cinematic. Still, regardless, look at this. This is just so well done. This is possibly an homage to Firewatch. Get rid of some of the green ones. Mini games like this are so cool.
The second jamming device is deactivated. Now we can figure out the location of the laboratory.
We're gonna get screwed
I need
over
to
by
contact
somebody.
Nick.
I feel like it's Nick.
RT, do you copy?
Somebody's
Nick,
there's gonna be a coup.
I can hear you. After I disabled the second jammer, the communication has been reestablished.
That is great. You were silent for a long time. Is everything all right?
I've seen over to his legs.
Yes, it
Indeed,
is.
right?
Despite the guide drones who tried to destroy me, their lack of mobility can probably be explained by old-fashioned technology.
We didn't know about any security drones. Be careful.
Done and done.
Can we locate the lab now?
Yes, we can locate any electronics within 10 kilometers. I can see your own signal, the aero car, 2 jammers. Got it. A huge object to the northwest from you must be the lab. I am forwarding you the coordinates. Find a way to get inside.
Done.
Copy that.
Found it. Yeah, this looks like a homage to Firewatch. Nice little radio tower up in the way. He's probably a red robot. He's super sus. Strafe? Strafe? Wow. I had to turn the sound effects way down because some of the sound effects are over the top.
But there's nothing here. I need to look around.
We're gonna find a hatch. Anybody else know what the hatch coordinates are gonna be? Logging supplies stuff. Giant spools, cables, drums.
This place is wonderfully suited for a secret object. It is situated far from the cities and well hidden in the mountains.
Secret object. I don't know how far I can actually go. Yeah, I figure I'll get stopped at some point. Oh, I didn't even notice. There's a terminal just over here. Done.
Access panel. What does it open? There are no doors here.
This has got to be like holographics and stuff.
Key code and a slot for a key card. I don't know what to do. I need to contact Nick.
Everything goes through nearly legless Nick. No tunes out here, though. I expected suspenseful
Hello, Nick.
music.
I seem to have found the entrance. I have a key card, but the access panel is disabled, so I cannot come in.
The lab has probably been de-energized after the shutdown, but there must be a way to activate the panel manually.
He knows stuff.
There is a detector in your intercom which allows you to find energy hubs. Just turn it on.
Done and done,
Try
dude.
to determine where the electric channels go, and that is how you can find a way to restore the power supply.
Let me try. Yes, you are correct. I can see an energy channel going underground.
Oh.
Thank you for the information.
You've been invaluable. As convenient. He doesn't have 2 legs. Sus AF. Okay, so I see a red line on the ground. My Witcher senses are pointing me in this direction. There's no way to zoom out or anything though either. You should play Witcher. I should play it again. I own it on both Steam and GOG. Oh.
There's something in the grass.
Is it grass? Oh. Hey, this just popped out of the grass.
I need to check the branches of the energy channel.
The branches of the energy channel? So I need to also now go find the other one. So when I bought my old graphics card, the 1060? Oh, there's a dead dude. It came free. But I didn't play games on GOG. And I kept forgetting about the launcher. And I'm pretty sure I lost my save data to no fault of theirs, but just kind of due to me not playing a long enough time, it doesn't save the data the same way that Steam did. So when I went to start it up again, I kind of wanted to start over, and I did, and I was enjoying it, but it was horribly out of date because I never launched GOG, and it took a while. And one of the things as well is that GOG didn't have an auto update at the time, so I had to use a reference website to apply the patches. So I remember playing the game one day after I hadn't played it in a couple of weeks, and it was glitchy as all hell. So then I took a look, and there had been like 2 major stability patches for the game. So I'm running a terribly buggy version. So when I saw the Game of the Year edition or whatever, the like Ultimate Edition of Witcher 3, it was 75% off. So I think I paid like $8 for it or something. So I felt okay with buying it again. And my intent was to play it on stream. But I wasn't playing story games yet. So I was playing games like Minecraft and kind of Subnautica, but I was doing custom mode Subnautica, so just building crap. So I might come back to Witcher 3. It's such a freaking great game. It gets amazing reviews anyway. I found the combat system a little tough though.
I think this human has been lying here for many years. I wonder what happened to him. Maybe it is worth searching him. He only had a plastic key card.
Hey.
Maybe I can get into the laboratory with it.
That sounds pretty alright. So GOG is owned by CD Projekt Red. I just found this out today. Who own GOG. So if you buy Cyberpunk on GOG, your dollars go more to the developers than if you buy it on Steam or Epic. Because Steam and Epic, of course, will take a cut and pay their employees. Now, of course, it goes to, I think, the GOG employees. So, you know, if you prefer Steam, buy it on Steam. If you prefer GOG, buy it on GOG. Because the developers will probably have already made their money off of the, like, pre-sale of the game and all that. And a lot of them were likely contract people that got their money in send packing. But yeah, it's worthwhile if you want to pick up.
In the past, humans often used wood as a building material. It is a renewable resource, but humans used it unwisely.
Yeah, but somebody had pointed out that, like, if you're going to buy a Valve game, buy it on Steam, and then Valve gets additional money. It helps the platform that they help build, blah, blah, blah. So this is essentially the same thing, is that the people that made GOG have also made games. The people that make Steam have also made games. So, you know, just kind of a little bit of an extra. Now, there was more Redline. Where's my Witcher senses? Yeah. I thought there was a branch. Yeah, if I go out this way, there we go. Oh. Branches a few times?
One more hidden panel.
Yeah. There's something in the grass. It's this thing. Done. And then out to here. Yeah, the no music is really throwing me off. I mean, the new GOG launcher is nice, much better than the old GOG. Yeah, the old one reminded me, I used to have a comic book reader that looked like an actual wooden shelf, and your comic books would be on it, and then when you click on it, it picks the comic book up and does this like whole animation and like big thing. GOG reminded me of that back in the day. Doink! Hit the down button. Oh, jeebus.
The access panel is active now.
Yeah, it is. Oh, and then there's like a Jeep way off in the distance. Jeez, this place is awesome. Alright, let's go back to the access panel. Roughly the same, but nicer. Well, I mean, I imagine in time things have to go through their changes, blah, blah, blah. I do have issues from what I've read of the Epic side of things, is that they don't exactly use encryption. And they've got questionable ethics for how they even get around to their paying people and paying... Anyway, they've got a long way to go, I think, to become Steam, so that's why I've often even looked at GOG with a little bit of a question. Best 787 story or any past job? Jeez. Yeah. Frick, there were so many 787 stories. That place was just absolutely nuts. Like customer stories, I actually have a few of the audio. Hold on there. Did I put that under? Every once in a while I find the sound clips that we stole from working there. I gotta try to move them into an area so that I can remember where they were. But the voicemails that people would leave us, I have those somewhere. I should see if I can find those and play them. Sent files. Personals. No. I'll have to see if I can find those, because those are perfect. Those would be really, really good. Let's see. A best... I'm trying to think of a best 787 story, man. That place I half forgot about. I keep trying to remember the one story about the dude that didn't want black people music in his store or in his restaurant because they have their own bar, and then he realized that that's just woefully inappropriate to say, and then tried to explain to me segregation. But he kind of pulled it off. He was suggesting that it's the sort of idea that with the way that segregation goes in his town, he doesn't have what it takes to offer to cultures other than ones he understands. So he is adequately able to provide country and western music and deep fried foods and watered down beers. And he does not provide for anything else because he does not know anything else. So the last thing he needs is for people to come on in thinking that they can change his bar when he is damn set in his ways. I'm like, dude, it is okay. Don't worry, I'll block the hip-hop station on your player. So that was definitely a lot of fun. And yes, the cheap show and tell was awesome, wasn't it? The cheap show and tell was worth. Seriously, where did our tunes go? Even the suspense is just gone. Whoa. That doesn't even have any sound effect to it. Inward we go. So yeah, and that story, the only reason that story really jives with me, the only reason that story was okay in my eyes when this old dude is trying to explain how his life is, and I'm just like, it's fine, is that when I was working for my cab company way back in the day, I had a lady ask for a person of color.
Emergency lighting.
Whoa.
Apparently nobody has entered this lab for years.
That would be the case. She called and asked me if it was possible to ask for a person of color to pick her up in her cab. And I had to let her know that it's a computerized system, so I wouldn't be able to discriminate based on a person's cultural background, but I also wouldn't be able to discriminate based on a person's cultural background. And she cut me off. She's like, I'm not trying to be racially insensitive. It's just that, and my favorite sentence came out of this probably really tiny and fairly privileged white lady, because that's what our town is primarily made out of. But she says to me, "Your white drivers don't help me." Straight up. They just stay in their car. And they literally just sit on their phone and they wait for their next call, and they don't help me with my groceries. But if I get anybody of a different background, they'll automatically get out of the car and they'll help. And I'm like, regardless, I still just have to tell them to do their job and help you. I can't get somebody who is also darker skin tone to help out with that. That is wildly inappropriate. We can't do that. So she had to let me know that she's going to launch a formal complaint against all of our white drivers. You also can't do that. You can't just complain and just say, "Hey, I need you to round up all of the people who don't have a tan yet. We're just going to suggest that they're all bad people and they need to undergo further training." So I've had to unravel people's weird versions of, "but I'm not racist." You know? Welcome, Koopa. We're having a great conversation. Sage and I worked for a place that had primarily American customers, and one of my favorite customers wanted me to block hip-hop on their music station because they didn't want to cater to music that for a group of people that they couldn't give proper hospitality in their restaurant. And he's trying to explain to me segregation, and he's just constantly digging a hole. But then I had the exact opposite, where I had a lady be like, no, I want to... Yeah, so just say, "I don't like hip-hop? No, I'm fine with hip-hop." It was this like restaurant proprietor. He had a country western place, and he did not... So the backstory is that our player for the place that Sage and I worked at had a lot of different music based on playlists. So this old redneck dude straight up had an employee of his in the evenings was playing hip-hop music. And what had happened, this was apparently a legit story, what had happened was a group of people of color came walking on into his establishment and literally did a stop dead at the door and went, "What the hell?" Because it was a whole bunch of people, stodgy old white folk in their hats, all looking like, "What is going on?" While a whole bunch of nice, probably, interesting black folk walked in the front door and going, "Holy shit, this place plays hip-hop." And then walked in and went, "Oh, what?" And then there was this brief moment of like, "Was I lured in here?" I'm like, "Were you lured in here?" So I think he called up the next day to be like, "I have to block this music from my player. I don't want to be advertising for, an environment or an atmosphere that I cannot provide for." But you could tell he was sweating goddamn bullets. Yeah, so all you have to do is explain culture shock. But in his world, of course, you can't really even walk on my side of the street, that sort of thing. So, but then I had a lady directly straight up ask me for a black driver so that, gentlemen would help. But no. They're paid by the company. They're all supposed to help. Damn it. Not regardless of whether they're a boy or a girl or color of skin. Come on. You let me know. And she goes, "Well, none of your white drivers help." I'm like, you can't write down "none of your white drivers help" and expect that to be a complaint we'll take seriously. It's just not going to happen. You have to be able to write down cab numbers and the times that you take them. We will correlate that with the person and say, "Dude." We don't be like, "Okay, So it was really interesting because she's like, no, I'm not trying to be racist." That's the worst way to start any conversation, where in the event, by the end of the conversation, you're trying to come off less racist. So it's just dumb. Can I tell you a dirty story that deals with race? We're apparently telling all sorts of stories that deal with race. Try not to be overly colorful with it. I've known a few people that... anyway, yeah, go ahead with your story. We'll ban you if we need to. I know I'm not even using mod tools right now. I can't ban anybody. So yeah, being like all the way up in a fairly white town that is ruled by old church money, I get it. I like one of the first times that I traveled to a town that actually had people of color that were, not in the same level of segregation. It was a breath of fresh air. And then traveling to large cities in Canada, you get a lot of good diversity. It's really, really cool. So, you sort of treat the people of color in your city when there's so few of them. I mean, now our city's a lot more diverse. It's pretty cool. Buddy came to visit and lost his shit when he finally spotted a black dude after 3 days of driving around. We called it Whiteyville for ages, Sage. We really did. It's insane. It's insane. Like we have now, I will point out we take a lot of international contracts, so we take on whole countries of folk, and it's fantastic. Down the street from my Starbucks that I worked at for 3 years was an international academy. So like privileged kids, but from all over the place. Well, there was one white dude, and you could tell. So first day of school, everybody is awkward, all of them. But most of these kids don't speak English. So there's this one white dude who's ever so slightly bigger than the rest of the kids, and he has like an acne-colored, bespeckled face. He's got braces, his hair's a little bit messed, you know, that sort of thing. And he comes walking into Starbucks with all of these kids. Nobody knows anybody, and I'm just standing there going, I gotta take orders from like 15 kids that all have money but don't have words. And so he sort of very quickly realized that he can help kind of conjugate. He sort of rounded them up. Well, this became a daily thing where he would help them figure out drinks that they would get. And so he kind of became their ambassador. And the next thing I know, about 2 weeks go by, he comes in sporting a leather jacket, his hair's all done up nice, and he's wearing really nice clothes. And I'm like, your buddies from rich places hooked you up because they want, like, we're talking, when I say privileged kids from other countries, like these guys came in and they would each buy a massive $9 drink, take 3 sips and go, whoa, that's way too sweet. Pass it around their friends and then eventually throw most of it out. And they would do this every single day trying to figure out, you know, what they like. So like it was just absolutely nuts. But then this guy just starts coming in and he is decked. He is absolutely, and like he didn't use it to his advantage. It was just great. And I saw him end up at the academy for quite a bit. Hanging out with other kids as well. Like he brought in a group of Asian kids and a group of Spanish kids and a group of like, it's just like all kinds of, right? Like, and it was just crazy. And then I think he got a little too big for his britches, but then by then he's graduating, right? Like he's going into like high school, I think at some point. But I do remember this one Spanish girl that she literally sat on one of the higher bar chairs, but she would bring it over to the regular short chairs and she would literally sit up. She had this Ariana Grande look to her, right? She would literally sit up perched and she would talk and people would just fucking listen to her. And it was so nuts. It was amazing. It was just like one of the best things to have this international school just down the street from us. It freaked a bunch of people out because they're like, these guys don't speak English. I don't know how to talk to them. I'm like, they want sweet drinks. Shut up. So you were seeing this Asian girl, very sweet and very kind, has a fetish for race play. Race play is using her ethnicity as a fetish in degradation. Oh, are you serious? You are neon white. Like, okay, like that white? Like that white? Bouncing off my light over here in the back. Like, are you that way? I'm not comfortable being racist, but I was trying to help indulge fantasies. This, like, right? Dude. Get down to business and like, I don't know what to do or say, so I just say like, me so horny, and she starts losing her shit laughing. I get annoyed. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I'm not even saying that, dude. That is phenomenal. I know that he's got problems with women and he's been, you know, given issues, but Louis C.K. tells a bunch of stories about being with women for inappropriate situations, and yeah, it's just that's just wow. I've honestly never heard of race play though. I feel like it's a form of like sadism on the abuse side. You get so accustomed to your race being like it's almost like the way that like a police officer who is very, very alpha requires being dominated in order to have these moments of feeling okay about what they do in the world as an aggressor. They need to have somebody aggress upon them. So I wonder if somebody's race is so, I don't know, if so constantly degraded upon that they actually sort of feel like that they need their dose of it. They need their kick. It's a system issue, right? So she started giving her math problems to solve. So Sage and I went to college with a dude. I'm struggling to remember his name. He actually even just lives down the street from me. I see him once in a while, but he's of Chinese descent. No accent whatsoever, but of Chinese descent and has sort of a Chinese look to him. And so he didn't really use it to his advantage too often. Like he didn't suddenly slip into accent or suddenly change his mannerisms or anything, but he would bring it up constantly because we were in an IT program. Like if he got anything wrong, he's like, well, I'm just blowing my heritage right here. This is just terrible. I'm making my entire ancestry just, you know, he would just say little comments like that. And I always felt that he's uncomfortable hanging out with a whole bunch of white IT kids without somebody making a comment about his race. So he's the guy that does it first. It's the Kevin Smith make fun of your fat first before somebody else has a chance to do it. And I feel like we're on the verge of the world getting better, but we're what? So my kid will likely learn fewer racist things than I did, and my parents were actually taught real racism. I was actually encouraged by my cousins to be racist. I had some cousins that had some racism in them. But by the time we were all teens, it was pretty much nobody wanted to actually do that. I was cool with that. That was good. So my kid will probably have a few, but like his kids will likely be a proper flattened, ironed out, and be able to be active against the problem. It's a fit in, protect myself with good vibes type scenario. That's, yeah. Self-deprecating. It's just a form of. That's awesome, to be honest. Grew up with a family that's super racist, homophobic, Christian, and internalized that bullshit until you're like 23. So I grew up with a buddy that his mom was abused fairly early on, but she pushed off from it. So by the time I was buddies with this guy, the dad figure was already out of the picture. In fact, 2 dad figures were already out of the picture. So this lady had had enough. She was fed up with life, and she just wasn't going to deal with it anymore. So I found myself best friends with a guy that questioned everything in the right way. So like, that's when I first understood hip hop. Because like my brother, who we grew up with racist family members, we only really ever listened to Michael Jackson and white people. That was it. That's all we ever had. So suddenly out of nowhere, my buddy is like, dude, you have to listen to Public Enemy. Come here for a sec. So it was really neat. It was really cool. I actually had some like good folk in my days that helped me get past that sort of stuff. Not to mention my mom, she was raised in a very racist and homophobic world. She hard pushed off it, like to a fault. She actually valued black people, but it was because it was so devalued in another way. So for example, dolls that she ever wanted as a child, she always wanted black dolls. Because I mean, it was an ocean of white dolls. So she literally reached in the exact opposite direction. She went the other way. She didn't go out of her way to try to meet and find black friends. She actually wouldn't have been allowed to anyway. Like literally wouldn't have been allowed to. She would have been locked in a room. But she was allowed to have trinkets, you know, that sort of thing. So I was raised to be a lot more inclusive, which I thought was really, really good. It turned quickly from my grandparents, who, wow, were powerfully racist, to my mom, to me. I think it's worked out really well. Parents didn't know you had 2 black friends in high school for 3 years. Never once used a single term to give it away. Dude, yes, there you go, Sage. I mean, especially if you're thinking it might be an issue. Have at. I remember in grade 3, I had a girlfriend, right? You have those girlfriends where you just talk and then you don't talk for like 3 weeks. And like, that's my girlfriend. But she was both native and fairly overweight. And I swear to crap, I held out the class photo and said to my mom, can you pick out my girlfriend? And she went, is it this tubby right here? And I almost punched my mom right in the damn nose that day. So I found out that my mom also has a problem with people who are of large. So that was a lot of fun. You get to find out all sorts of great things. But, you know, that's how my mom kind of understood. I had to explain to my dad that they were born this color. You can't use it in the past tense. It's beyond inappropriate. And find better terms anyway, buddy. So it was nice. I think that my parents are educated and are willing to be educated, which is the, you know, more important part of it. When your closest friend's black, love them a lot. Honestly, bums me out that your dad is so passive aggressive to him and he doesn't like hanging out. You're only racist to orcs and goblins. I can't find a story, but if I can, I'm gonna publish it forever. It was a D&D classic where somebody had a half orc, and while they were treasure hunting, their half orc found a sword, a magic sword that glows in the presence of orcs. So of course it's glowing bright frickin' blue. So she has no idea. She just thinks the sword glows. She doesn't know it's because she's an orc. So she just carries this thing everywhere, believing that it is magically imbued and gives her powers. Even though it just literally tells everybody, by the way, she's a fucking orc. And I think it's probably one of my favorite D&D stories. So yeah, this world is hopefully getting to be a lot better. Hopefully raising a boy who will get to hang out properly and whatnot. I remember in grade 3 I met this Korean chap, and I think he was super scared to talk to most kids, but I was always interested in the weird stuff, in the weird things. I liked bugs. I liked people that dressed different. I liked asking questions, and if people told me the answer, I had a second question for you. Like, I was one of those kids. So me and this kid got along very, very well. And I love the fact that I managed to get him to tell me his Korean name. Just like, this is the best. This is so cool. If you will trust me with that sort of goodness. Like, he went by James, right? I'm just like, there's no friggin' way your name is James. I was that kind of a kid, though. I was just like, dude, there's no way. There's no way. You've got to have, like, tell me more. And he's like, well, I don't like saying my name. So it was really cool. It was like, he actually even had this, like, apprehension towards his given cultural name. And I'm just like, I will goad this nonsense out of you. I was nice about it. It took him a couple of days. And he was cool. He was a nice kid. Well, like, I grew up in a super friggin' white world, right? To the point that I actually had a dark-skinned, I don't even know her background, but I had a dark-skinned lady, olive-skinned lady, but she wore heavy makeup, very dark hair. And she even used to make fun of people's ethnicities and stuff. Like, people's differences. It's like, but you're different. You're way different. What the hell are you doing? Like, this is just nuts. Make fun of the fact that I look like everybody, but don't make fun of the one girl in our class that looks different. That's just strange, don't you know? Come on. But then again, maybe she's got this like, hey, I've been made fun of my whole life. Other kids should probably get used to it. You know, that's kind of how it comes around. Teach my kid to hate the PC movements as much as I hate it. Progressive conservative. I used to say Jews, and when I'd say that, I'd really have cooled off and internalized anti-Semitism because it's still part of your heritage, and it's not as funny as when we have literal Nazis here stateside. I remember a buddy of mine used to use, so like, I know it's considered a bad term, but to say that you were gypped, to say that, like, you know, you didn't get your value for something is to refer to it as bargaining with a gypsy person. But I knew a guy who replaced that with Jew, and he would literally say, oh, I got Jewed. And like, that would be like if he's like trying to score in Rocket League and he missed, you know, or something like that. That would just be his thing. Well, one day we're hanging out with my buddy who's actually Jewish. I think he was even just sitting there mowing down on some, you know, traditional Jewish food. When my buddy rocks this term and literally just stops in his tracks and goes, you can even see him like what am I doing with my life? Oh my God, why am I saying things like this when there could be people in the room? And like, he went through this brief moment of internalization, and for like the next 6 months that I ended up hanging out with this kid, he didn't say it again. It was really cool. It was like he had this moment, this epiphany moment of just like, I am an asshole. What am I doing? And so, you know, he would catch himself and he'd be like, oh, bad luck. It's like, yeah, there you go, man. There you go. Politically correct. Nothing you say, no matter how hard, won't upset someone. And like, there's to a certain point where I think as long as you're able to explain the funny, I know it doesn't make it funnier, but I think as long as you're able to explain the funny, then it's worthwhile. But I think that, and I don't remember what it was like a sketch from years ago where somebody made kind of like a half racist joke. Nothing over the top, nothing you'd want to say quietly, but like, you know, just making fun of somebody's race. And then somebody was like, I don't get it, explain it to me. And so the guy tried to start explaining it, and the joke just unraveled to the point that it's like you're literally just poking fun because somebody is a different color than you are. And the guy just thought that, like, it was another one of those moments where it's like, oh, damn. So I'm with you that, like, you know, the PC movement where you have to, oh man, I worked at Starbucks when we weren't allowed to call it Christmas blend coffee. They actually produced 2 different bags. They were the same. Holiday blend and Christmas blend. But it's because if you don't celebrate Christmas, you can't drink Christmas blend coffee. And so, like, there was already that world of stuff going on where we have to create identical coffee but 2 different bags just so that we don't, you know, we couldn't put Christmas/holiday blend on it because, you know, people that don't celebrate Christmas can't have it. And so I'm with you. There's definitely a little too much in the world that you bend over backwards trying to help absolutely everybody. But once in a while, you can definitely not necessarily use somebody's culturals as a, you know, slur, if you will. I feel like to a certain point you can explain in a way that makes sense as to why something offends you is pretty understandable. And then you have me getting yelled at for not putting a trigger warning on pizza. Well, and like, I know a streamer, I don't follow her anymore because I find she's just a little bit too hype. But she's normally a pretty excitable individual. She's normally all about the high emotion. And something that she would always very much tout is that pretty much all topics are awesome. Feel free, we can talk about great things. So like the most vulgar conversations go on in chat. One of the first times that I try to say something, I'm so excited to be here, I got banned for caps. And I'm like, didn't know this was that exclusive. I didn't realize that we weren't allowed to. And like, we're talking, I was 5-minute timed out or something. And then somebody from the community, like, because I think it happened again, because I didn't realize that's what, like, the messaging didn't really come up for it. And I think that there was a lot of hype going on. So then I went to do it again with like a boatload of emotes. And nope, I was told once again that I can't do that. And I'm just like, you talk inclusive, but you are making this very exclusive by doing that. Like, to be quite honest, I only have one bot thing, and it's for links. And it's partly because I don't want somebody putting a link in that can get people in my chat exposed to a virus. Somebody could come along, put a bit.ly link, and you could even accidentally click on it, and that's enough. So, you know, I want to make sure that my chat can't be exposed to terrible things, but I don't block much of anything else. You can put in emote period, or pyramids and crap, I don't care. Posted pizza on Tumblr back in 2015 and got caught out for not putting a trigger warning for people with eating disorders. Oh, dude. Koopa. That's nuts. There's a streamer that's known for his extreme personality, and I remember stumbling upon a defense, and the defense was so far extreme. They were saying things like that when he claps, he's making fun of people without hands. When he grins, he's making fun of people without dental care. You know, when he laughs, he's making fun of the deaf. Like, and it just to push to the extreme that it doesn't matter what this kid does, it's his fault. And so his entire community created this like endless string of like anything that he does, he's making fun of a marginalized group. And just like the taking it too far angle. So they're like, you want to see taking it too far? Yeah, looks out his window. He's making fun of people that are, you know, incarcerated in prison. Just stuff like that. Like it was 50 every minute that they were just cranking out in his chat because they were so mad that he was getting up, that people were upset with things that he had done. And it's not even a streamer I particularly enjoy, but I kind of understand his community's response that, like, seriously, sometimes things are just done in jest, but yeah. Some people take it too far. To care for people is fine, but to take it that way far strips them from their autonomy. More harmful than good. Naku, that is an excellent point. Indeed. By the way, this background is fantastic for this conversation. I feel for people with ED, both with erectile dysfunction and eating disorders. Actually, that's where I went with ED, was the first one. But if a picture of food existing is enough to set you off, like, how do you fucking live, bro? Well, and so there was a story from Arachnoboards, the spider forum that I went to, where a lady was on her way home one day, and as she's about to put her key in her door, she sees a yellow jacket wasp on the door jamb. Like, we're talking 4 inches from her key. She screamed, she dropped her keys, managed to grab them and run back into her car and lock herself in her car. She was in her car for over 2 hours, hyperventilating, to come find out that it was a sliver of wood. It wasn't even a yellow jacket. It's not even a creature she fears. It was literally just a sliver of wood, and one that may have even been there before. And she had such a reaction that she decided she had to pick up her life from there, because she was just creating it for herself. And this story comes out because my wife worked with somebody that if you even talked about snakes would go into a hyperventilation. And so at that point, there's like, you sort of, you want to try, if possible, to see if you can do, like, I always suggest that people have a happy place in their mind and a happy place in the physical world, because you can't always distract yourself in your mind. You can't always go to your happy place in your mind. But if you can get to your physical totem, if you can get to your physical happy place, then you can possibly breach it to your spiritual version. But like, that's the sort of thing I am very little offends me. Very little sort of things properly offend me. But I feel like that it can be, in a way, its own form of weaponization of society to declare that something is so offensive that it needs to now be censored. Koopa, typically the people yelling about trigger warnings are doing it on behalf of the people with the actual disorders. That's the other part too, though, is like what Naku's saying, is that usually those that are having the actual issue, they can't come forth to say. Other reasons to get mad at me in 2015, not over posting pizza, but the height of me being a transphobic piece of shit. I wish more people had gotten mad at me for that. Whoa, dude. Yeah, did you have troubles back then? Yeah, no, hey. To be honest, you seem like a very, very inclusive individual, Koopa. You seem like that you've got a lot of good head on your shoulder right now. So, okay, that is, I commend you. Proud, man, proud. I love hearing it. I love hearing it. I think it's really important. It's a good learning journey. I was ignorant. I was very much ignorant. I often would even ask questions like, well, why? And it's not an appropriate question, but if you find the right person who's willing to actually answer it like an honest question, I got boatloads of information from being very, very aloof. But because of that, I also ended up in some situations. So, you know, good on you for climbing out of your hole. That's always really good. It's a miracle your sister even talks to you. Well, and repentance is an awesome thing, yeah, Naku? You seem like you've definitely come a long way yourself. And 2015 wasn't that long ago, Koopa, so like, that's amazing. You guys are doing awesome. I think now that we're in the blue room, what happens if I quit? I think that it saved when we came down here. Still working on it in all reality. You have to keep working on it. That's the entire point. Oh. I think we saved when we came down here. We're going to say, okay, we'll come back to this another night. My alarm went off a bit ago to say that we should stop streaming. Let's go fire up some pretzel. Let's get ourselves some out of here for now. Still working on it though, man. That's the point. That is the point. Making sure that you can do better. It was actually really cool when a buddy of mine came out in high school. I remember a whole bunch of people were straight up like, this doesn't affect me though, right? Like, we can still hang out? You're not now going to go off and be gay? He's like, no, like, I still want to hang out. I just want to make sure it's not a problem. Like, this conversation is really awkward. Can we just go back to hanging out? Like, I don't need to know more about your insert sports, religion, bands I don't know that you like, t-shirts I've never seen you wear that you think are looking gaudy on you, sexual orientation. So I thought it was really cool that we had a lot of people that were like, this isn't really a topic of conversation I know anything about. I can't contribute. Is that okay? And he's like, fuck yeah. That's fine by me. So that's kind of, that was kind of good. It was neat being, 15-year-old me and having a lot of accidental role models in your own friends, your own buddies and shit. So that's really cool. That's nice. And it's worked out well. It's managed to get me good people throughout my days. Like, even now, Koopa, like, I had no idea that you're on this, terrific journey that you're on now. But the fact that you would ask people's pronouns when we show up in streams and stuff like that, to me, that's just lit. That's just so very well done. So yeah, I think it's cool. I think we've got some good people. I'm honestly very worried that every single person that comes in, hits me with a follow, starts talking, is gonna start hanging out, being part of the group, and then 2 weeks into it, turn out to just be this terrible person. I've got this, it's not really a fear, but I don't really worry or get anxiety about a lot of things, but I'm always just like, I don't like to invite people into our awesome, awesome group if there's a reason that they should be just kicked to the fucking curb from the beginning. I'm super glad that so far, all of the people that we've picked up along this journey has been awesome. That it's all been great people. So yeah, that's pretty damn amazing. I think so far we've got some good people. We've also got a lot of people that we could raid tonight. I have 4 targets. Seen people that I thought highly of due to how they behaved around me, acted like complete asses in other channels, and then banned them for it. That's the other thing, and I haven't had to see that either. Especially Herbal Mama's a sub. Frack, dude. I have heard of this. I've not seen it. I remember one day Kai was streaming, and the JoJo, who actually, I haven't seen JoJo around in a while, But I was lurking in Kai's channel, and then I see Jojo chatting. And Jojo's chatting with Kai, and I'm just like, oh, I didn't know they knew each other. This is cool. And then so I turn up volume for a half second. I hear Kai go, oh, that's cool, man. Well, then how'd you find me? And then Jojo types, well, Edge tweeted about you that you just went live, so I thought I'd come in. And I'm like, my buddies are hanging out? And like neither one of them had any idea I was in there. And then they're both just being really cool. And like Kai's like, oh, sweet. I always wanted to go to Sweden. Do you like speak Swedish like regularly? He goes, oh yeah, but we prefer English and all this sort of stuff. And like they're literally just having a colloquial friggin' conversation. And I'm like, I love watching two communities collide like that. It is just so cool. And the number of times that I've brought people to new people and it's resulted in people getting like 3 to 7 follows and, you know, all sorts of stuff. It's just amazing. It's really cool. I haven't had to be like, I don't want to raid somebody tonight because, you know, like, for example, right now Brianna's playing. So if I knew I had a transphobic piece of nonsense in my chat, I wouldn't necessarily be as interested in raiding somebody that has that in their bio. But I don't have to worry about that. Not in our group. At no point do I have to be like, we've got the assholes in our group tonight. I can't raid somebody that I, you know, like, I don't have to, when I look at who I can raid, I literally am just like, who should we bring the hype to? You have no idea how proud I am of that. It is just amazing. It is so friggin' cool that we can just do that. We can just have great times. It's hard. Fenu's Discord, we had like 3 guys that were there for a few years who suddenly switched their shit up on us when they started saying BLM and supporting LGBT homies. Dude, I was even worried about that. I haven't lost a follower that I know of. I was even worried about that. I'm just like, I follow a lot of people that I don't know their politics on human rights. And I say the politics on human rights because it turns into policies. It turns into, what are your policies? Are you willing to not be a piece of shit? And so I was worried. I was like, I know some people aren't going to get up in arms. I know some people are not going to write BLM all over their stuff. They're not going to rise to the cause, but I also don't think that they're going to be secretly trying to be assholes. So I have checked in, and every single person that I follow at some point did at least put out a, I can't believe I have to say this too, but Black Lives Goddamn Matter, okay? Stop it. So it was really cool. Like, everybody at least had a statement of some sort, even if they're just hiding. They didn't use it as an excuse to come out and say, hey, listen, Edge, gonna keep it real with you. The BLM tag probably keeps the phobic cunts out. Usually those people just don't just hate the blacks. Well, and I keep that up. I try to keep it up. It's in my pinned tweet too. I try to make sure. I'm her mod, so I will come down with the wrath of a billion suns if anyone is transphobic there. Indeed, indeed, indeed. I was stupid happy that that Sheepy was lurking yesterday when we raided Brianna as well. I like how much of an activist Sheepy is. Got the flag and everything straight up behind him. And so I always like when people have information in their bio that you can bring those kinds of folk together. Doesn't matter who you are. If somebody I know has jazz in their bio and I know somebody else that likes jazz, I'm straight up going to be like, holy crap, I got 2 jazz people in my chat, right? Like, so that's kind of cool. It's like when I know that I've got another narrator or voice actor or something, and then Adderese comes by and says hi. It's just like, this is just fantastic. So like, I like knowing the stuff about my people, even if it's just anecdotal. That's why we don't show my spiders off often, but I like people to know that I have them, because if other people out there, like Sheepy, enjoy spiders, that's just fantastic. I don't know how much, but I'd like to know more. So I like knowing that stuff, and I like, you know, if I can throw the BLM tag around and that can weed people out, that can keep people from being in the place, then that's awesome. I also just noticed that little banner that's moving, Discord, join for stream suggestion. I have no idea what that says in it. It might have, like, things we don't do in Discord anymore. Pick a number between 1 and 4. Who should we raid tonight, guys? 1, 2, 3, or 4? It's all current. Cool. Yeah, actually, that's kind of looking good. All right, 4 sounds good. Oh, indeed. See, because like everybody knows that if it's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, that I'm probably picking from, you know, popular down to the bottom. So if you pick 4, it's going to be somebody near lower end of viewer count. But surprise, everybody has low end viewer count at this late at night. Yeah, we're going to jump back in on Bree. Because I think it's awesome that Bree's got affiliate status coming up. Naku, is that like Bree just has to fill out the paperwork now? It took me like 3 frickin' days. Jeebas. Also, she should use some of the like generic emotes for now, the ones that Twitch put out. I think it's kind of neat that they would do that, unless she has art. Art's awesome. Anyway, guys, 2 days off. I'm gonna do 2 days off. It'll be great. No idea if we're gonna do fun stuff in Discord. I'd like to get back into doing watch parties. I want to watch superhero movies though. Does anybody else just want to watch superhero movies with me? I want to watch Iron Man 2. She has to do this tax stuff today. Is the last day to qualify affiliate in what, 7 days? Yeah, it takes 7 unique days of streaming, 50 followers, 8 hours of streaming. Anyway, let's bring some hype. Let's go chill. Go say hi to some Bree. We'll maybe watch some superhero movies. Peace, guys. Your 7th day back. Let's do it.